Seymour.
Thanks, Jill. Good evening and a very warm welcome to day number 3 here at the SpreadX World Grand Prix at the Morningside Arena in Leicester. This is round number 2. It's the best of 7 frames. It's time now to welcome the players. We begin on table number 2 with a former Indian Open finalist, Lou Haoshan, and a player who clinched 3 ranking events in a row earlier this season, the ace in the pack, Judd Trump. And now to table number 1, the reigning German Masters champion, fresh from action in the final of the Masters at Ali Pali, the captain, Ali Carter, and the 4-time champion of the world, the jester from Leicester, Mark Selby.
One thing we can't say with any certainty: who will win? Forecasting this match, well, it is so tough.
Thank you. It's
a very difficult one to call.
Ali Carter to break.
Normally, you would make Selby favourite with Carter having a reasonable chance. I think the way Carter's playing, in relation to Selby, coin toss.
Yeah, totally agree. I think the bookies have Mark Selby slightly favourite, but on current form, you would have to say the way Ali Carter's been playing, he's certainly playing better of the two, certainly scoring better of the two, but you never discount this man. He may have some ups and downs in his career, you know, in his bouts of, or doubts of self-confidence. But have a look at his trophy cabinet, everything he's won. One of the greats of the game, that man. And a proud Leicester man as well. So playing at home, I suppose, it can be a good thing, Phil, but it can be, you know, like you can add a little bit more pressure, self-inflicted pressure to Mark Selby that he wants to win here. First opening here for Ali Carter.
1.
Good part. Position, no good.
Green ball.
A record 9 centuries at the Masters as he plays a
Ali
loose
Carter.
safety there.
1.
He also became the first player to make 3 consecutive centuries at the Masters. And when you consider the first 4 years of that tournament, no one made a single century. How times have changed. Oh, that was so close.
Commentated on Mark Selby's first match, and well, he was imperious in the first couple of frames, looked back to his old best, and then sort of lost his way a little bit, and in the end, well, had to fight tooth and nail to get over the line against Wan Si-jeon. Part of a really good green, brown, ended up winning part of the blue, but yeah, it was a really tough opener for him, as indeed Ali Carter against another young Chinese player, Wu Yize. Only one on the pink ball in the 7th frame.
Yes, the key to Carter's success, a really well-cued brown. But it mattered in that all-important 7th frame. A brown that underlined his confidence. It's normally no quarter given with these two, Ken, so we can expect some lengthy safety and clever tactics
Yeah, it's a good point, Phil. I think Ali Carter will have to deal with the safety noose of, well, probably one of the best players that's that can play safety in the game, and one of the most knowledgeable. And it's a completely different match, isn't it, to his match in the final at the Masters. Ronnie O'Sullivan didn't want to get embroiled in a safety battle, kept it very, very open. This match will be the polar opposite. He's taking this red on. Long way away. That's 2 pots, long pots that he's missed. That will give encouragement to his opponent. He's got away with it this time. I think Ali Carter's safety has improved immensely, Phil. I mean, you've been watching him for many years, but I think over the last couple of seasons, I think it's improved even more.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I also think his nerve and his ability to be composed in pressure situations has really improved in the last 5 years. He's been Selby-esque this year in deciders, this season I should say. He's won 8 in a row. You know the pressures involved in a decider, Ken. To win 8 on the trot, that's impressive.
Well, that's incredible. Not many would have a record like that, if any. Trying to get in behind the brown there. No, he's left another long pot. One into the left corner, one into the right corner. The angle on this red into the left corner, though, is not fantastic. The cue ball would be going towards those reds. So it doesn't surprise me that he's going to play a safety, turn the pot down, trying to get that cue ball hidden behind brown and yellow. Oh, this looks good. This is what you're up against when you're playing this man. Have a look at this, if it runs. Oh, just a ball shy, but still good safety. Well, I say a ball shy. I think he may be snookered on this red. He could slightly swerve it. Try and leave the cue ball close to this top cushion. Trying to stop his opponent trying to pot that red that's over the bottom right corner pocket. But this is when he puts the right hand side, which he'll have to do to swerve it, it becomes running side off the side cushion and accelerates the cue ball. That will be his problem. So he's playing an alternative shot. Trying to get it down. Just nestle on this, but there's a lot of traffic to come through and he's made a mistake. So first big chance for Mark Selby.
One.
And it's not a bad little starter, this, because even though it looks quite congested, when the pink goes back on the spot, he's got quite a few reds. They can just hold around for the pink.
7.
Not traveling too far with the cue ball. Hey, you see that was 3 reds and he's got the red that's close to the corner pocket.
8.
Then he's got another couple of reds on the other side. So all he has to do here is just keep a really good tight rein on that cue ball, and he could gather up a lot of points very quickly.
$14. 15.
He scored decently early on against Johan Session in round 1.
21.
Breaks of 85 and 68. Then they became hesitant as the line approached.
22.
But when you're low on confidence, and there's no doubt that Selby is, comparatively speaking, there's nothing better than to win frames in single visits.
Yeah, without doubt. I think that's just
28.
what he's lacking at the moment. He sort of does it, sort of fits and starts as it. Where he'd love to
29.
a bit more consistency, a bit more fluently. But this is a lovely way to start this match. Good control so far on the cue ball. You talk about the
35.
temperament of Ali Carter, Phil, but this man has got a wonderful temperament in bucket loads. Nicely,
36.
top side of the blue, that was important.
His competitive armour was moulded just up the road from here, short walk away
41.
at the Willie Thorne Snooker Centre. Went there as a junior. There was lots of big events for juniors to play in, pretty much on a weekly
42.
basis. He was there alongside Tom Ford, both now established, talented professionals. And it was Willie Thorne's brother Malcolm who put in so much time into the junior section there. And now Selby is a multiple world champion, competing on home soil. And one of the best in the game's history.
That was a wonderful positional shot.
48.
Screwing the pink off 2 cushions, lots of right hand side.
$49.
This time he's got a better angle on the pink. He can screw over for these 2 reds just to the right of it. $55. It all came from that
56.
wonderful safety shot. We had Ali in all sorts of trouble in behind the brown. And that's what Ali has to cope with tonight. Excellent safety, and if Mark Selby has got his scoring boots on, well, he's going to be a handful. So this red,
62.
certainly no gimme. Just have a quick look at the scoreboard. He's 61 ahead, still 67 remaining. So needs this red, playing it up into the yellow pocket.
Just a glimmer of hope for Carter.
62.
Okay, the blacks hemmed in. The 3 ball colours off their spots. But we saw this afternoon with Ding winning a frame against Ricky Walden, having required 2 snookers. Strange things can happen. Great escapes can occur.
One.
Judd Trump has taken a 1-0 lead over Liu Hao Shan on table 2. He made a 55 break. Liu responded with 36, but he missed the last red. Trump then played a really good snooker on the last red, and from the chance that gave him, he put together enough points to get on the board first.
Alicata. 1.
All by missing that, Ken. Surely now Selby's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's got a straightforward red. Just dropped this in already. His opponent needs a snooker, so it takes the pressure off this. No problem. Yeah, didn't expect Ali to miss that blue. Okay, he was using a little extension on the end of his cue. Changed the dynamics, but you still expect him to pot the blues. He was
6.
concentrating very on the position.
6.
But,
And the first frame.
that should
Mark
be the
Selby.
first one.
Wish I got a tenner for every time I've seen Mark Selby win a frame like that. A telling safety shot and then a break. Town this evening at the Morningside Arena. Judd Trump confined
second
unusually to table 2
Mark
this
Selby
evening,
to break.
because on table 1 it's a clash between Mark Selby and Ali Carter. If you're just joining us, they're playing for a place in the quarterfinals of the World Grand Prix. And Mark Selby has delivered the first punch with a break of 62. By the way, Ken, how about this? If Selby wins tonight, he would go into his 94th ranking event quarterfinal.
Incredible. Really taking this red on, I feel. Couldn't leave anything. And it was worth the gamble. Black was waiting. Bit of a strange shot there from Max Selby. He could have played the red at the closest to the blue. And knocked it back down the table and Ali's shot there, well, not the best. Didn't get that cue ball tight to his top cushion behind the black, and because of it, Max Selby can have a go at this red. It's a free shot as well, so less pressure on it. He won't be leaving anything. Yeah, right in the middle of the pocket. Great shot.
We can't emphasise enough, if you play snooker regularly at a club, that shot is so much more difficult on these tables than you might imagine. From that angle, it's as though there's no target at all. No room for error whatsoever.
Nine.
And I tell you, Phil, shots like that give you great confidence as well. Made a good break in the last. Didn't get over the line with it. Slight error. Trying to go through the gap for a couple of reds. Still
16.
got this red into the right centre. It's a delicate one. He's going to hold it. Make sure it doesn't run past that balk line. Holding it. And he's played a nice cannon
17.
on a red. Nicely played. Blue or ball colour here. It looks pretty sharp, Phil. You know, looks pretty good. But he did this against Wan Si Jean, and then sort of wheels came off a little bit.
22.
Yes, he was clearing up to win 4-1, encountered some positional hiccups. He eventually missed the pink to a
23.
distant baulk pocket when, had it gone in, 4-1 would have been pretty much certain. And then he endured a rather worrying hour or so. It was 12:15 when the match finished,
28.
but the marathon man prevailed in the end.
29.
So tell me about it. I was commentating on it. No, it was thoroughly enjoyable. You always like to see the twists and turns, and particularly when it goes to a final frame decider. It was very exciting. It was a fight
34.
right onto the colours, and as I said, he bought a wonderful green and brown at the end to get over that line.
35.
Well, it was rather fitting that the match drifted into Tuesday, because yesterday was the birthday of the ultimate grinder, Cliff Thorburn.
Yeah, what a great character Cliff is.
42.
Always makes a visit to the World Championships every year. Always great company.
43.
What does he play here? Does he play for the 2 loose reds, or does he go into the pack? Playing a lot of top spin, so maybe into that little pack of 5 reds. Ah, lovely shot. Beautiful. He plays that shot so well. Watch the top spin.
50.
Watch the arc on the cue ball. Very, very nice. I think he's one of the best in the game at that particular shot, Phil. He just plays it so well. He manages to get, you know, the ultimate top spin on the cue ball to accelerate through the pack. Just look how they split up. Lovely. Red into the right centre. Should be nicely on the pink to follow. Oh, he's missed it. Would you believe it?
Mark Selby.
This is
50.
exactly what I was talking about, Phil. It's exactly what happens. He looks almost imperious that he's not going to miss anything. Then all of a sudden, he'll throw in a little shot like that from nowhere.
1.
Now, can he pounce?
Well, the ball that Selby's missed has got all the makings of a potential turning point, a fact of which Carter's well aware. He knows he needs to punish.
Eight. Nine.
Yeah, and that red that he missed, it couldn't have finished in a worse place because it's in a perfect place for, you would say, the more difficult red of all the reds left on the table. The one that's close to the ball cushion,
14.
he could play a little plant onto that red, and I'm sure that's what he'll be thinking about when it gets a little bit closer.
15.
In the meantime, he'll just try and clear up these loose reds here, left and right of the pink.
$20.
I saw Ali when Max Selby missed that red. He jumped out of the chair. He couldn't believe it. Nor could we here. Everything
21.
was going so well for him, but now, what a frame to steal. And this will hurt Selby, no doubt. Bit of a shock to the system when you miss a ball like that. But when you get punished, well, it hurts even more.
27. $28.
Now, he could play for the red just above the yellow, but he could play for this red I was talking about, the one that's closest to the ball cushion. See what he'll choose first. Yeah, it's the red on the ball cushion, but yeah, that's okay. Now he should play the plant. I don't think the plant is
34.
missable. Knock the red along the top cushion. Pot the red over the green pocket and leave the next red. Should stay over the pocket. Looks pretty straightforward. I think if he had it been closer to the ball cushion, I think that's what he's sort of making him doubt a little bit. No, he's not going to play the plant. That surprises me. No.
35.
It's okay. He's on the yellow.
The applause, that signifies a 2-0 lead for Judd Trump. The second frame, almost identical to the first. Trump off and running. Lou responding, but missing the last red. Cost him in the first, cost him in the second. Liu Haoshan even missed that last red to the very same pocket in both frames.
37. $38.
Referee is Marcel Eckhart. Maybe he heard some noise in the crowd. We talked about the Liu Haoshan, Judd Trump first and second frames being determined on the last red. Effectively, so could this frame.
Yeah, now
42.
this is very missable. This is probably Mark Selby's only chance to come back to the table here. If he plays this with pace, it's missable. Big shot. Frame at his mercy if it goes in.
43.
Good shot. Well played. Very well played. Well, it was that misread from Mark Selby. Look at this, just a
46.
simple little shot, holding for the pink. Done everything
48.
perfectly well up to that.
$51.
Good break this.
Yeah, Carter hits the front, so he needs brown, blue and pink.
$55. $60. $66, 72nd frame.
Selby will be very disappointed. He threw away a golden opportunity for 2-0. In actuality, it's 1-1.
Third frame. Alicante to break.
Welcome back to the Morningside Arena. You know, Mark Selby, over the course of his glittering career, has made a reputation for being ruthless and relentless. You don't expect bad mistakes when he's in charge of frames, when he's in charge of matches. But that was wholly uncharacteristic, and it might well have rocked him. He'd done all the hard work. The ironic thing was he missed a very simple red to the same middle pocket where he slotted home the opening red brilliantly.
was a little bit lucky there with that double kiss. That red could have poked its nose over that left middle pocket, but it's not potable where it is now. I'm not quite sure what sort of advantage Ali was getting from playing that. I'm not quite sure why he just didn't play up into the bulk area. He's left a simple safety shot for Mark Selby here. Well, is he looking at a possible plant here? He is, you know. What a shot he's pulled out there. He had a look at it, that was no fluke. It's a shame that cue ball didn't bounce a little bit harder. It would have been on colour into the left middle, but he'll be still happy with where he's left his opponent. This was a wonderful shot. How he's picked this out. Look at this for a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might be a hot shot, Phil. What do you think? Should you put that in the category? Might be some debate in the green room, would there?
I don't think so. Not for me.
Okay. You're a tough taskmaster, Phil, I'll tell you that.
Might be in the hot shots if we have 50 shots in there.
Foul and a miss.
Yeah.
Mark Selby, 4.
When it comes to that hot shots, I'm a great man for context, and there's no doubt Carter's brown in the deciding frame of his first round match should be in. That was a really big effort.
One. Four.
It's imperative he gets a good angle on one of these ball
5.
colours this time. There's a 2-ball plant into this bottom right corner pocket. There you see it. However, he really has a lovely angle on yellow or green here. He could try and, well, maybe bring pink or black into play if he wished. He's going to have to get one of those colours into play to win the frame from this position. That's what he's trying. Needs a bit of luck. Has he got it? Well, he's on 1, but
8.
It's difficult. But he's got to, if he can pot this red, he can hold for the black, so. But this is missable.
Mark Selby, 8.
It's always missable. And after missing an easy red in the previous frame, that made that shot just that bit more difficult. He's got away with it. Ali not going to have a go with this red. He's just going to play a safety shot. Needs to go. Pretty good.
When the red wobbled and stayed on the table, anything could have occurred. Carter can consider himself very lucky there. The jester isn't smiling.
I don't blame him. Carter got away with one there. Well, is this red available into the left centre pocket? The red you just played, I'm quite sure it passes the red that's close to the centre. Well, it may pot, but there's no entertainment of it. Carter playing a very prudent game. Confident enough to mix it with Mark Selby in safety department. But you'd want to have good patience, Phil. I mean, he's he's got the patience of a saint, as Selby, and you have to match it. You want to compete with him, and Carter's willing to trade blows with him. He's not afraid of him in that regard.
Yeah, let's not suggest that Mark Selby's game's in crisis. He was a semi-finalist in the European Masters, so too Shanghai Masters. Got to the final of the British Open here on ITV. Denied early by Mark Williams, who I thought played brilliantly in that match. I think his current self-doubt stems from his quarter-final at the Masters when he was beaten 6-5 by Mark Allen, led 4-1, and then by his standards crumbled. Uncanny stuff going on the other table. Would you believe, Liu, how Shan has missed the last red again? Whether it costs him, I'll let you know.
Very good. Tap on the table from Ali Carter, an acknowledgement. No real danger here for Carter. He's just dropping into the reds, but the slight advantage is now to Mark Selby. This may be touching ball.
It's just not. It's just not.
It's just not. Oh. It took a long time, referee. Have a look at it. What do you think? Is that touching? Maybe not. Very close. So he's playing off the red, but as I said, he's got the slight advantage. Very good.
Yeah, when Selby scrutinised position more thoroughly, there was no complaint. He knew that Marcel Lecomte was correct.
1.
Wow, what a pot there. Wonderful. Tied under the top cushion. Straight in the pocket. And nicely on the blue.
Six. 7.
'His general demeanour
11.
around the table tells us that Carter fancies the job. We talked about Selby being drained of confidence by what happened at Alexandra Palace. Carter was the opposite, had one of the weeks of his life. An argument to say, even though he didn't lift the silverware, he was the best player in the tournament, collectively.
12. 16. 17.
Now this time we may take the opportunity to go into the pack. When he's looking at the extreme red of the bunch, he may play on that. Now, has he hit it hard enough? He's having a good look. He may
20.
not have hit it. No. No. He did have a lovely angle on the green. I think the shot was... It was a big target. The 5 reds and the pink. He could have gone off one cushion and just taken his chance. Okay. He's on this red with the rest, and if he gets topside of the blue, that would be good as well, or play for black even. But if he lands straight on the black,
21.
he's got no shot. Once again, playing for. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. He's got another red with the
28.
rest. Playing lots of right hand side off 2 cushions there. Good attempt.
The cue ball ran wild. Lost control of it.
Still cuttable, this black, but wow. I think the good thing, Phil, if he does take it on, he'd be blocking the pocket. So he won't leave a red on. So it's worth taking on. He's overcut it.
Ali Carter, 29.
So nothing available in there. So chance missed for Carter. I got back to that green, Phil. He had a big target, hadn't he? With the reds around the pink. He could have played to go into them and maybe open them up. Tried to pick off a loose red. And he was struggling ever since. Chance missed.
Shot time over a minute. If you were with us this afternoon, you might have seen Ricky Walden take over 3 minutes to make a decision in the decider against Ding. And the decision he eventually did make backfired.
Well, believe it or not, Max Selby was playing a double there into that corner pocket, but he's left the double into the middle pocket now. Ooh. It was close. Now a chance for Max Selby. Okay. Certainly not easy, but once again, it's a free shot. This red up into the yellow pocket. Back for the black with the cue ball. A long way away.
Given his lengthy professional career, lasting 28 years, Carter can understand the vibes and the way things are going. He knows that Mark Selby isn't feeling his best. He knows he could be a little vulnerable this evening. Fact is, it's all very well knowing, but you've got to take advantage of your opponent's frailties. And someone who's feeling frail right now is Liu Hao Shan. He's 3-0 down to Judd Trump. Every frame so far has gone the same way, followed the same pattern. Trump often running early. Liu with a chance to steal it, but he's missed the last red 3 times. It's not beyond the bounds of possibility he could be 3-0 ahead, and yet he's in danger of being whitewashed.
Yeah, tap on the table from Mark Selby. That was an excellent return of safety from Ali Carter. He's got that cue ball exactly where he wanted it, tight to this top cushion. Selby could roll into the weight that's beside the pink itself, because the proximity to the red would take all the pace from the cue ball. So it's not a difficult shot, that. He's just a little bit fearful. He may leave a pot on. So a little game of cat and mouse going on here.
After 2 clean frames to start things off, this one much more scrappy. But they all count exactly the same. Ken, you won a very high percentage of scrappy frames over the course of your career. What was the secret? Because it wasn't coincidence. You were brilliant at it.
Well, I suppose it's patience and, you know, probably knowledge of the angles, I suppose, and knowing when to, you know, pull in the reins and when to take one on. This may be worth taking on for Mark Selby. It certainly is. What a shot. What a shot. And perfect on the black. Well, this is worth another look. Look at this. That's his best shot of the night. Is that a hot shot, Phil?
Borderline.
Tough man. Now, can Mark Selby reap the rewards? Definitely shot of the night. Wonderful cueing. So difficult, that
8.
shot. Not entirely straightforward though.
9.
And he's made a mistake already. He's overshot that cue ball. Once again.
13.
It's awkward, this. Just doesn't have all of the cue ball to play with. Now, can he get enough of the cue ball where he can just either screw back for the blue or play for the green? He's only got, as you can see, hasn't got all of it. Well, that was a good recovery, but you're still going to need another good shot here.
14.
I'm going to have to pot this green, screw back enough. I don't think the first red is on. That's why he's having a look. Will the first red go by the second red into that yellow pocket? A little grimace, so he's got to get enough on the cue ball just so he can pot the red that's close to the yellow pocket. And he's cued that lovely. Yeah, very nice.
17.
That's the thing with confidence. Yes, it can go quickly, but it can also come back quickly. And if Selby could put together
18.
a couple of really good frames, then he'd be back where he normally is.
Yeah, and I think shots like that opening red, I think shots like this, Phil, can definitely inject confidence into Mark Selby's game. It was a wonderful shot. Shots like that really give you a good boost, and particularly if you can go on and win the frame from. He's got a kick there.
These days, because of the new town chalk, you don't see anywhere near as many kicks as you used to.
21.
So when one does crop up, they seem even more shocking than before.
Yes, this new time chalk has almost revolutionised the snooker and pool world with it. Oh, look, once again.
Mark Selby.
Well, he's
21.
looking at the red as if he got a kick on that as well, but was a poor miss from Mark Selby, a man of his class and capabilities. Be so disappointed.
One.
And mistakes like that just keep chipping away, eroding self-belief.
Five.
It could cost him another frame. Ali in good position here. He's been in first
6.
in all frames, Mark Selby. Made a decent break in the first, a 62. Made a 50 in the second, but lost it to a 66 from Carter when an easy red was missed into the right centre pocket.
10.
And there was that red. Another miss from Selby. Is it going to cost him another frame? I would expect so. Nice angle when potting this green now, just on the brown, just so he could drop behind the blue. And he'll only need the blue. Anywhere but straight on the brown. He should be okay.
15.
That looks pretty good.
It's a 30-minute frame. You normally expect Selby to be happiest in that kind of environment, but he doesn't look very happy at all. And you can understand why.
19.
Carter arrives at frame ball.
$24. $30. And the third frame.
Mark Selby is committing errors. Ali Carter is seizing advantage. He's 2-1 ahead in the clinching frame.
Mark Selby to break.
So Trump comprehensively outpacing this match. And now waiting on its winner in the quarterfinals. We know from his Crucible heroics, from his wins in the Masters and so many other big tournaments, that Mark Selby has the ability to dig deep. That's what he needs to do here.
Yeah, and that's where he's talking about his temperament earlier. He can call on that, on those reserves. And we've got a wonderful temperament. Even when things are looking doom and gloom, he always manages to, dig out a frame here and there, or a break that he might need, and gets himself over a line. He gets the W. Well, Totally agree with you, Phil. He's going to have to really dig deep here. That was a couple of misses that have cost him those couple of frames. Really hurt him. Needs a good break, a frame-winning break. One visit, get himself back on track. He's got a half a chance here. Just got to avoid the pack of reds here, the cue ball. Couldn't avoid the pack, tried to use the pack to control it, but...
One.
Well, may take this brown on. May try and make things happen here. He knocks the brown in. He's certainly beyond that red over the left centre. He's got to take it on. He plays behind the green. It's an easy escape for Ali Carter into the right hand side of the pack. Gets the brown. He's got a chance to win the frame. It's not a difficult shot. If he was on the practice table, he doesn't like it.
Green ball. Mark 7. 1.
Well, that's quite funny, actually, in a way. Yeah, a little right. The green has come all the way up to the brown, knocked it into a position where he snooked him down the left-hand side of the table. He's just got an edge of the pack here. No, this looks good, unless there's a gap. There is a gap.
One.
That's more like it. Nicely picked out. Very cleverly. You see where the cue ball had finished, just in case he missed it. This blue needs a little bit of care and attention. Tight on that right hand side rail. Yeah, nice shot. Well played. Now, time to
6.
go to work here for Mark Selby.
Seven.
It's okay. He was on yellow or green. Yellow might be even better. Try and play for the extreme left-hand red of the bunch as we look. And get back on the black on his next red.
Nine. Yeah.
If he was feeling full of vim and vigour, he'd really fancy this. Red's already pre-developed.
10.
Black unencumbered. I think it's sometimes unfair the way we label Selby as a grinder when you consider he's made 797 centuries. He can score with the best of them. And when you're not feeling your best in terms of how you're playing this game at this level,
17.
there's no better tonic than a sizable contribution.
18.
won't be
25.
happy with that one. He needed to be higher on this red so he could just stay on the black.
$26.
That's okay. Pink is available. And he can hold the cue ball somewhere where the pink is now. Just for a red to the left corner pocket. Pink will go on the highest available, which is the brown spot.
32. $33.
Has to try and banish thoughts of
40.
previous errors. I think the already missed on 50 in the second frame could be described as a blunder.
$41.
And if you can't banish thoughts like that completely, just try and stick them in the back of the mind as much as possible. Concentrate on the now, not what's gone.
I don't think there's anyone better in the game at doing it, Phil. We'll talk about his temperament is second to none.
46.
One of the best, I think. Being able to do that. Just some players may carry
47.
it for a frame or two when they missed easy balls, but Selby has a wonderful ability to diminish those bad thoughts, and that's why he's blessed with a wonderful temperament. This is good stuff, but not over the winning line just yet. A few more pots.
54.
Reds with colours should do it. Quick check on the score. 55. So he puts this red, blue, and one more red would be enough. But an
55.
extra colour would stop Ali Carter coming back to the table. So this is the key shot. Blue into the target of 5 reds. Hit it too hard. Loosely packed. Could play on a loose red. Doesn't have to go into the pack, but I think good opportunity. And he's played it well. Great shot. Well played. Took the positive shot there.
60.
Couldn't have played any better.
61.
Worth another look, this, Phil. He played it, executed beautifully.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. It's going to be 2-2 for certain. Is anyone surprised?
68. $69. $76. $77. $84. $85.
Now, will he move the red or try and develop it off this right-hand side cushion? He's going to try and get behind it. And it's played. Inch perfect. Great shot.
92.
92. May play for black here. Lovely.
93.
That's how you get out of the doldrums.
100.
.798
102.
centuries in professional competition. And he scored freely against Carter over the years. 19 of those have come against the captain.
$105.
Can he double the brown, keep the break going?
It wasn't just the fact that Mark Selby won that frame, which he badly needed to do. It was the way he won it, in style, all square. Crucible Kingpin is involved in every match here this evening. We've seen Judd Trump win already. We're watching Mark Selby get to 2-all against Ali Carter. Over on table 2, literally just breaking off, Sean Murphy against Cao Yupeng. It was under the radar yesterday when Cao came through against Barry Hawkins. Hawkins played really well to lead 3-2, really well. But this man had the last laugh. But if Murphy replicates his form against John Higgins, there's only one winner. By the way, completing our theme of world champions, next up on table 1, Hossein Vafai against Mark Williams. Just got the feeling Williams and Vafai might have to wait a while.
May I ask you to leave those sweets in the pockets, please?
Sorry, Cash.
No.
Well, he can afford a little smile because he's had a right result here. Have a look at this. Double kiss. Left nothing for Ali. He said sorry, Phil, but you know he's not. Why do people say that?
We know it's etiquette, but to be honest, I think it winds the other guy up even more. There was a South African professional many years ago called Robbie Grace who had the right idea. He used to laugh in his opponent's face when he had a fluke. There was no pretense at all.
I remember him well. Yeah, good safety. Didn't want to knock the black into the bottom of the pack though. Hopefully Ali, playing a safety shot here, and maybe bring the black back into play.
Just once again, those sweets are quite noisy down here. Please leave them away. Thank you.
It harkens back to Len Ganley, the great referee. Stop rattling those sweet papers. That was his catchphrase, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you knew when Len Ganley gave you a dirty look, you feared for your life. What a character he was. Wonderful referee. And a great character. Always a little bit dangerous when you play those aggressive safety shots, bringing reds into play. Always a chance one is going to go close to left or right corner pocket, this time on the right hand side, but as you can see, Ali Carter, well, if he takes the red on, there's no guarantee that he's going to get on anything, so it makes that pot a little bit more difficult. Where does he find a safety shot though? Plays it with pace, makes it even more difficult. Oh, that's a great shot. What a wonderful shot. Well, to find that gap.
And the contact on the bunch as well cushioned the pace of the cue ball, leaving it in mid-table and leaving Carter in. Deserved that.
Free. Four. Nine. Ten.
In terms of centuries compiled, Carter's been a more potent scorer than Selby this season. I think he's found the correct balance. Sometimes he's gone into matches in the past with a preconceived notion that
16.
he needs to play very cautiously. Other times he's played very attackingly. But it's all about playing the balls. And I think now he's just doing the right things in moderation.
And at the right time. He scored wonderfully well, didn't he, last week at the Masters, as you mentioned, Phil. 9 centuries, a record. And he's carried this week so far.
17.
I know he's been in world finals. I know that he's won 5 world ranking events. The week after next, he will travel to the Tempodrome in Berlin to defend the German Masters title. And I personally
23.
believe he's playing better snooker now than he's ever done. He looks more at ease on the match table.
24.
And I think he's tougher to beat.
Yeah, and I think also maybe working with Chris Henry has improved his own temperament. In the past, it may have been questioned. Things would have got to him and he would have shown his anger. You don't see that as much now from Ali Carter. He's still fiery. There's nothing wrong with that.
30.
You need to be a little bit when you play any professional sport. He's very tenacious, pugnacious,
31.
determined.
Everyone has their own motivation. Carter wants to be successful in terms of profile
37.
and financially. Yes, he likes to win, but he hates to lose. Despises it. And that's what stokes the competitive fire.
38.
Now 1 red available, just to the left of the black and above it. Maybe playing for that now off 1 cushion. And if he gets an angle on this red, he may be able to open the 3 reds just to
43.
surround the pink spot. And he's got that angle, so he could play into the bottom, bring all 3 reds into play here. This could be a key shot.
44.
Just overran the cue ball. So not ideal. No, wasn't ideal at all.
Ali Carter, 44.
Yeah, well, here was the little cannon. He just didn't judge it correctly and lost the cue ball, and then, of course, was forced into this more difficult pot on the pink. Let's have a look at this pink again, because it wasn't easy. He was playing it with a bit of pace off the cushion, trying to avoid the black. Couldn't do so, and easily missed that. But he's got a good lead and a few red safe. So advantage Carter in this 5th frame. Oh, this is going close to the middle pocket. If it's not in, it may be left. He's left it. Well, Phil, that was a tremendous shot. really was. He knew he was going into those 2 reds on the top cushion. He knew he had to develop them at some stage. He took the chance to develop them here. Have a look at this. Well, he developed all 3 reds that were tied up there. Brilliant shot. And just that one shot, Phil, has made it possible that he could win the frame from this visit.
6.
Certainly didn't look like it when he came to the table, but one shot has changed the whole complexion now of the table.
Seven.
We saw Carter grimace when he left the table. I think he realised he'd left the angle to go into the reds. But even so, Selby played it on the button.
$14. 15.
The applause not for Selby's routine
22.
shot there, but for the fact that Cao Yupeng, with a break of 70, a clearance of 70, has taken the opening frame from Sean Murphy.
23.
Play for the red. It's close to this top cushion now. Nicely on it.
30.
The red that will follow will be the one into the right centre.
$31.
And even though that the last red he's going to take, the one on the ball cushion, it's not in a bad position because of where the brown is situated. So it all bears well for Mark Selby here. He's gone for the red into the left centre instead of the right, but still perfectly played.
38.
Yeah, the obvious awkward ball on the table is the pink, but that's a moot point because if he gets that far, it won't matter.
There was a little shake of the head. I wonder is he... It looks okay. It looks like he can just miss the blue with the red. Yeah, he's fine.
39.
When potting the red, I should say, miss the blue and hold for it. And now he gets tied in behind this red. The ball cushion. Just drop the red in, play for the brown. Should be okay. This is the important shot. Pink slightly in his way. Get down on the shot. You gotta be careful. His waistcoat doesn't touch that pink. Digging into the cue ball, trying to push it all the way towards that red. And it's beautifully played. Very, very good.
44. $45.
The green will be the colour of choice. That will mean Selby arrives on the colours 4 in front. So yellow to blue will leave Carter requiring a snooker.
48.
I think it's the only shot that could go wrong here. If he lands dead straight on the green, he'll have no shot on the brown. So he needs an angle. He needs
50.
an angle, and well, has he landed dead straight? If he has, it's so careless. Well, there's a shake of the head. That's unbelievable, Phil. Unless he can force some angle, but he's almost dead straight on the screen. He may have to play the green for the yellow pocket here. Such a careless shot. All he has to do is screw the cue ball just a few inches further up the table, and now what can he do with the cue ball here?
Manufactured an angle with great aplomb.
$57.
Two perfect frames for Mark Selby. One, a century, then even better, a devastating clearance.
62.
Yeah, it's one of those cases where this 62 break was even better than a century in the last. And particularly in the manner he lost the second and third frame. Ali Carter may come back to the table if this doesn't stay in the jaws of the pocket.
Mark Selby, 62.
It's definitely worth coming back. He only needs one snooker, and it's not in the jaws, so he can get the pink away from this pocket. Doesn't want to go over the other pocket, though.
Yeah, you know what they say, Ken, you've got to be in it to win it. But against Selby needing a snooker on pink and black, it equates to winning the lottery. Mark Selby is back in front. He won the opener. Now he's looking to win the closer and complete a victory that will be very satisfying in the light of recent performances. What a clearance. When he was 2-1 down, it was looking a little bleak. Now, though, there's a spring in his step. Don't dismiss Carter's chances, though. He's won several best-of-sevens this season from 3-2 behind, including the first round here. Carter was really up against it against Wu Yize in round 3-2 down, 37-0 down in frame 6, but Wu, Mr. Reddy, should have potted 58, won that frame, and then won the decider on the pink. From the great defensive maestro, that wasn't the best. Temptation for Carter. And now temptation for Selby.
Well, this could be a big shot here. This goes in. It would be a wonderful chance once he gets on a colour. Big, big shot. No. Quite a long way away from that red. He tried to hedge his bets a little bit. Didn't fully commit to that pot. Tried to play it with an element of safety, but hasn't even got that. Yeah, nicely played and held for the blue.
1.
The theme of Selby's last 2 matches on the tour have been arriving close to the winning line and then suddenly struggling. Happened at the Masters. Didn't get the job done.
6.
He just about stumbled over the line in the first round here.
7.
But against someone like Carter, stumbling over the line is unlikely. You've got to stride over it.
Twelve. 13. 19.
Yeah, even though there's a few loose reds, it's sort of blocking each other's path at the moment. So after this red, it gets low on the black.
20.
He's got a choice to play a little cannon for a couple of reds, maybe into the right centre, or does he? Two of those reds just left of the pink are available into the right centre pocket. Just stunned through the gap of reds. Maybe on one of those. Yeah, a little cannon there, and that should be okay. Nicely played.
27. 28.
Yeah, that little brush off the red just on the way through after potting the red, he just took a bit of pace out of it, so that's why he's finished low on the blue. So medium range red coming up. Wouldn't expect him to miss it. But pressure on every ball now.
33.
Keep himself alive in this match.
34.
I think this is the shot, Phil. He's got to screw into the 4 reds just beneath the pink. He's blessed with a lot of cue power, but if he gets just past the 2 reds above the black, but just screws into those 4, should be okay. Well, didn't hit it with his normal pace. And
41.
yeah, he needed to be screwing a bit more pace just to get that cue ball away from the reds. Could be on the break unless he finds one into this right centre.
That was a really good shot. if his bridge hand had been on the table. Queuing over intervening balls. Excellent.
$49. $50. $57. $58. $65.
65 ahead, 75 remaining. Red and colour only needed, but I don't think he'd be leaving the table anytime soon. Wonderful reply from Ali Carter, and that was that opening red, wasn't it, Phil? That long red, Mark Selby. Thought if that went in, it was such an important shot. Didn't fully commit to it. Missed it. Left Ali in. And he's duly obliged. Just a
72.
Great break. It's been a wonderful 6 frames. And we still don't know a winner. These two players have already had final frame deciders in their opening
79.
matches. I'm going to have another one to get into the next round.
It's been a tournament of close
80.
finishes. Incorporating the first 2 matches in the last 16, we've had 18 matches. 8 of them have gone the distance.
$87. $88.
Carter's proud record of winning deciders is on the line. Next up after that.
$95. $96.
One century each in the match.
103.
And Carter's came when it was imperative
103.
to play well.
Carter.
So there it is. To no one's surprise, this has gone all the way. 3-3. The decider coming up next. It's all about this.
Thank you to the deciding frame. Ali Carter to play.
These two have played 3 deciders before. Carter's won 2 of them. Mind you, Selby's victory was 13-12 in the quarter-final of the World Championship in 2007, so that counts an awful lot. But I'm just wondering whether history will repeat itself. Thinking about the champion of champions earlier this season. In the first round there, Carter won 4-3 from 3-2 down. And in frame 6, he made a century.
Yeah, and in the last frame, who's going to get first chance?
You'll
only want a chance, one chance. Sometimes they come along, sometimes they don't. Good chance to hide the cue ball behind the brown here. But he's got to be careful, he's knocking a red close to that corner pocket. But he's got a good cue ball, well played. That's a big part of how only Carter's game has improved over, well, the last few seasons, Phil, without doubt. The safety has got so much better. He's competing against the best in the world.
Yes, his attitude has also improved. He's sold his white flag on eBay, got rid of that, doesn't give up any more. That's why he's winning so many matches from behind. He sticks with it.
Well, have a look at this shot. He's going to try and pot this red, or at least move it from the corner pocket. Oh,
Foul.
that's not too bad. He'll settle for that. Okay, he's left a mid-distance red. Ali has his hand on the table. Cue ball in hand. It's a shot he'll take on. He'll screw over to the right-hand side. Just trying to avoid that right-hand middle pocket and try and keep on the blue. Shot he's normally good at, but it's not normal circumstances. Oh, lovely shot. Well played. In fact, he was so confident, he held for the pink.
One.
Beautiful shot.
It was a brown at similar range to the same pocket that allowed him to be in this match. That was in the first round. Well, the opening red here.
No. Oh, just flicked a little bit of side on it. Didn't expect him to miss it. Watch a little bit of right-hand side. Just pushed the cue ball offline. On the red. What the chance missed. Now can Mark Selby pot this, find the gap for the black. That's okay. And have a look at the reds here. Always, not always, Phil, but most of the time in last frame beside us, there's always a swing, isn't there?
And you know, the way things have been going for Mark Selby recently, this might swing his whole season if he can win this match and go deep here. No one expected the red to go astray from Carter.
Yeah, and here it is. Simple little shot. He's just playing a little cannon on the red. He's just passed with the cue ball just now. Concentrating so much on that. Flicked a little bit of side on the cue ball. Pushed it offline. Max Selby, however, hasn't played that little cannon on after potting the black. He was wanting to be straighter on this red into the right corner pocket. Now he's having to take a red into the right centre pocket.
9.
Good recovery. Very good recovery.
Yes, he had bad memories of that kind of shot. He missed an almost identical red on 50 in the second frame.
He's got the angle. He's got the angle to stay on the black. Find the gap between the two reds for the black into the opposite corner. Maybe not. So back up for blue.
15.
Got to get topside the blue, and he has done. So imperative. Keep a good control of the cue ball now. The top red, the red that's on the pink spot, that pots into the right corner pocket. He could play for that. He's coming around to have a look at it now.
What
can he play for here? Is it back for blue?
Yeah. 21.
He's cued that nicely. Now, after potting that red, I think the red was just below the pink spot now, pots into the left corner. But you really love to get on one of these reds where you can get back on the black, because that would make this break so much easier. That looks pretty good.
26.
He can hold for the black into the same pocket after this red. This is where we were talking about his temperament, Phil, earlier. Even when he went 2-1 down, he missed a couple of chances in both of those frames where he was leading 1-0. He just brushed it off, didn't he? Brushed it
34.
off and he came back very strongly. He looks strong now again.
There was a time in his career when, if you'd got to nominate someone to win a decider for you, it would be Selby.
35.
Maybe not so dependable these days, not quite so dependable, but you still fancy him from here.
The red to the right of the black is causing a bit of problem. He could play on that red now. Maybe hold the black spot even here. No, didn't fancy it. Trying to pick off the loose reds.
42.
Now it gets a little bit more complicated. The more distance that the cue ball is travelling, the more precise that you have to be, of course. You've got to play a precise positional shot here. Needs the bounce, and it has done.
48.
Perfect on this red.
$49.
And when he takes this red, that will release the red directly above the black into the same pocket. So there's no need for any more cannons
57.
or developing reds. These reds will all unravel as he takes them one by one. .51 in the lead. So he needs
62.
red, colour, red for a place in the quarterfinals.
$63.
Just a little too much jaw for comfort there. but it looks like the hometown hero is going to come good.
Mate. 70.
It's been a spell of intense competition for Ali Carter over the last week and a half. And now he gets a rest. Because of the rest, the red he missed came as a shock. A pleasant surprise, though, to Selby, who's taken maximum advantage.
77.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful break. He's had to go about this break. Meticulous precision. Work break going and the way he's gone about it. And particularly under the pressure as well.
77.
The missed black, too late to save Ali Carter. Mark Selby comes through, showing great heart when it mattered most. Mark Selby defeats Ali Carter 4-3, setting up a blockbuster quarter-final.